Hello everyone, this is Drakor. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I am going to do a retro figure review. Now this retro figure review was inspired by two of the guests coming to San Diego RocketCon this Saturday and Sunday, February 19th and 20th. And those two guests are Tracy Lynn Cruz, who played Ashley Hammond, the Yellow Space Ranger, and Blake Foster, who played Justin Stewart, the Blue Turbo Ranger. Now, if you want to know more about SD RocketCon or San Diego RocketCon, or want to get tickets, if you get to watch this before this weekend, you can simply go to https://sdrocketcon.com. And I will also put that link in the description below so you can check that out. So, we are doing a retro figure review of these two characters that were portrayed by Tracy Lynn Cruz and Blake Foster because of two reasons. For Tracy Lynn Cruz's character, they did make a yellow Power Rangers in Space Ranger figure in the Lightning Collection, but I have yet to get her, so in order to get this out on time for the convention, I figured we'll do a retro review, and that retro review is going to be on her Light Star Power Ranger figure, which was one of the first sets of Power Rangers in Space figures that they put out. And then for Blake Foster's character, Justin Stewart, the Blue Ranger, the Blue Turbo Ranger, they have yet to make a Lightning Collection figure of his character. So I instead am substituting the Blue Turbo Ranger with his Turbo Cart. Now, as I said before, these are figures that are used figures. These are original figures from back in the day. I believe the Turbo Ranger is from 1997 and the Space Ranger is 1998 or 99, somewhere in that realm. I did pick these up at my favorite local comic book shop, TC's Rockets. They're here in San Diego, California at 5155 Waring Road, and they just have a bunch of really cool new stuff, but then they also have a ton of cool retro and used toys that get traded in or sold to them. And if you want to check out their selection, you can always go to their website at https://www.tcsrockets.com. Alright, I will also link that in the description below, but without further ado, let's go ahead and start this review. First, we will start with the Blue Turbo Ranger because I feel he has less, well, I definitely have less accessories with him. I am missing quite a few accessories with him. I basically just have the Ranger and the cart. But also, articulation-wise and feature-wise, this was still very early in the development of the type of figures they put out. So it should be pretty quick. So the body style is very similar to the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers motorcycle figures. In fact, I would not be surprised if they didn't just use the same mold and then just added some detail in with some sculpting into the molds to make it look like the turbo suit. As you can see, the actual helmet is pretty well designed and picked out, although we have the incorrect white for the wheels on the ears, and some of the silver piping that goes above the lights is not actually, whoops, it's kind of out of focus, is not actually painted in, and I can't really show you it because it's not really focusing that well on it. It's like the yellow from the Yellow Ranger figure is taking all the attention. But then if you actually look at the body as well, you can see, like I said, very similar to the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger bike figures, down to the type of the shape of the hands, and the fact that they have the little spiky bits, or the nub to stick the weapon on, because the weapons would have holes in them to make them easier to hold. And just similar articulation. There's a hinge joint right here. Goes out on both arms and can go all the way up. which is actually kind of revolutionary for the time period. With the exception of G.I. Joes, they always did that. Head can turn all the way around 360, but it is tight, so I don't want to go all the way around. He has a shoulder joint. It can go 360, but you kind of have to rotate it out to go 360. And then you go all the way around. Single joint at the elbow that doesn't go 90 degrees. He does have a upper arm swivel. Leg can kick out that much. Kick back that much. The knee can bend at 90 degrees or so, and can also kick out. Like, actually, you lift the arm and he can kick out. I think that was designed for when these were used as bike figures, that they could ride the motorcycles. He can't really do the full splits. He can kind of do like half splits. And the only thing that would have came with the actual figure part, if I'm not mistaken, is the blaster, which was like a car-shaped gun that would fit into this holster and clip into his hand via that peg that we saw earlier. And also, I think there was a general sword that all the Turbo Rangers used if they weren't using their basic weapons. So that's pretty much it for him. And the detailing, the black and white stripes are all stickers, and then the black and yellow areas on his chest are tempographed. So that's it for the main figure, but then we pull out the next main attraction to his figure, which is his blue go-kart. Now, all the Rangers go-karts basically had the exact same model. They all looked pretty much like this, with the exception of different stickers, including different numbers. And as you can see, there's a bunch of peg holes all over the top and just random ones on the side and stuff. And each one had like see, there's slots there. Each one had specific weapons or attachments that went on their specific cart. Now, I believe Justin's cart did not actually have like front weapons on them. In fact, I think the main thing that was on his was indeed the spoiler, which was not on all the carts. It was only on like 2 of them. So I think that much is complete. But some of the other ones, like the green and the red, like red had a cannon here, green had 2 guns on each side. But it was all basically the same cart. And then you have a nice little silver steering wheel, a little semi-soft plastic seatbelt that would come up and open up, where you could put, let's get this out here so you can actually see me do it, where you could actually put the Ranger seated in the cart. Oops, get his arm out of the way. And then actually clip down the seatbelt, because remember, kids, safety first. And then you could have him like basically driving his turbo kart like they did in the show. And there's some very nice chrome detailing on the front bumper and the hubcaps. The belt and this little back bit are like a silverish plastic, and then some more chrome here at this other side of the seatbelt. And nice spinny wheels, pretty well detailed, and that's about it for him. But he was pretty cool for what he is, and it's a neat little piece that I'm happy to have in my collection, a little piece of history. It's actually a pretty cool toy. Now, here's where we get a little more complicated, because they started getting a little crazier with the figures in the late 90s. First of all, they went exaggerated proportions, way over muscular, and just looked like they were drawn in the 90s comic books, which is insane. And then one of the cool thing about the Starlight figures, or I'm sorry, Light Star figures, was all the Space Rangers helmets lit up with the technology symbol that they did in the show. They didn't really use it that much in the show, at least not the American show, but in the Japanese show it was quite frequently utilized. But as you can see, there's a little button on her back, and if you press the button, a little technology symbol shows up. I think that's like a PDA or something. It's really hard to tell. And actually, I'm pretty sure that is the original batteries still inside there. So that kind of scares me, but it's also kind of cool that those batteries lasted 20 years. And then for accessories, let's go with accessories before we do articulation, because I will tell you the articulation on this figure, it's not quite as good as the turbo one, which is kind of weird. So we'll remove that, and then we'll actually go the one thing that all of them had, which is, we'll just put her back here. Oops, stand up. Please stand up. All of the Light Star figures came with the Astro Blasters, much like the one that came with the Black Ranger Carlos and the Lightning Collection figure and all the Space Ranger figures there, with the exception of somehow back in 1999 they were able to do the splitting the weapon into its two halves. I don't know why they didn't do that with the Lightning Collection, but here we are. So as I mentioned in that video, the blade would split off and become like a secondary gun with like a big blade on the end of it. And then this also facilitates the boosted weapon mode that they had in the show, because this did come with the Star Slinger, but that is the one thing, unfortunately, from this Light Star figure I'm missing. But it did come with the Star Slinger, and what they would do is they would combine their personal weapon with the Astro Blaster and make like a boosted mode version of it. Or they could just hold them as two sidearms. And yes, even up into this particular era of Power Rangers, they were still using the holes in the hands of the weapons and the little pegs to hold them into the hands. So that's her first accessory. And, well, technically there would have been another one with the Star Slinger, but I don't have that. But then we have this weird toy-exclusive crossbow weapon that I guess is like a upgraded version of the Star Slinger, that could then also hook together with the other Rangers' upgraded versions of their weapons. And it even had a removable bolt that could actually be held in the hand as a weapon too, which was kind of weird. And then in the actual package, this came in two pieces. Just unpeg, and that's how it came in the package. Although I think that's more for the, again, combination that they did with the other boosted weapons, or mega weapons that they made specifically for the toys. So those are the two like weapon accessories that I have with it. And then there was the third, the Star Slinger, which I unfortunately do not have. And now we will go to articulation, which is somewhat limited. So we just have a regular arm cut that can go 360. We have elbows that can go 90. And then no upper arm twist. Head cannot turn. Waist cannot turn. The leg is on just a general like cut. But because of that, she can go 360 with her leg, which is not possible in real life. But hey, I don't know, action move kicks. And then she can go with her knee at 90 degrees. And then she also has this swivel so that when you do move her leg up and down and back, you can twist it to make it not look like it's broken. And that is literally all of her articulation. Not much in the way of articulation at all. Now, as far as the actual design of the figure goes, it's pretty good. I mean, it's hard to mess up the in-space design. The helmet is mostly correct, and the coloring is there and correct. Then you have the white stripe across the chest and the shoulder, the white stripes on the shoulder, which are correct with the 5 individual colors of the team. And then just plain white gloves and boots and the golden belt buckle. So really hard to mess that up. But all in all, she's a pretty good figure, especially for being, again, a toy of the 90s. Same with the Justin Stewart figurine. I think these are great figurines, and if you can find them mint in packaging, I would definitely suggest getting them. But if you can get them loose and in fairly decent condition, I'd still say they're worth a pickup if you're a fan of either of the shows or the actors. But all in all, they're pretty good. I can't wait to get the Lightning Collection version of the Yellow Space Ranger, because I think that's going to be a huge upgrade on this already good figure. And I can't wait until they make a Blue Turbo figure, because again, huge upgrade over the more old school figures. But all in all, that concludes my review. If you have any interest in anything Power Ranger figure related, comic book related, if you're just a fan of other superheroes, comic books, Magic the Gathering, board games, Pokemon, then please visit my friends at TC's Rockets. Also, the store is called TC's Rockets, but their website is https://tcsrockets.com. And you can also visit them here in San Diego in person. If you happen to be here, they're at 5155 Waring Road here in San Diego, California. And, give them a try. They got some pretty cool stuff. And then also don't forget that SD RocketCon is this weekend. And the 19th and 20th. And just check out the website for information on times and tickets. https://www.sdrocketcon.com. Anyways, this has been my review. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, subscribe, and click the notification bell so that you don't miss my videos. And have a great day.